Something just happened and I want to share it with you. And this just goes to I got the AC on and it's cold outside, but I get hot real easy. Now I'm cold in the car. Anyway, so this goes to the whole follow-up. You know, a lot of people get discouraged, right? I get discouraged all the time, and it's something that I struggle with because I can get discouraged and walk away from things before it's over, and that's something that you can't do as a real estate agent. So I had this, I've told you guys about her before. She was one of the first seller buyers I came across. She was a referral from a seller that I had talked to in the past that decided not to sell. But this lady is a friend of hers, and she needs to buy a house. She's basically she's aging. She wants a house that is easier to get around, like a rancher, and on a flat piece of land because she likes to work in the yard, but the house she lives in now is on a hill. And it's on a slant. She doesn't like to deal with that. Her driveway is like 45 degrees and stuff like that. So anyway, beautiful house. Well, it's been almost a month. Last time I called her was around the time I listed this home that I'm leaving. It's been on the market for 35 days. And she had the flu. And then she went black. Okay, I called her a week later to see if she was doing okay. Didn't answer the phone, didn't hear from her again. In my mind, I assumed that she had given up on the whole moving thing, because when we talked before, she wasn't sure what she wanted to do. She wasn't sure if she was sure she wanted to move, but she wasn't sure if she really wanted to sell her house. Her husband died a few years ago. She had a lot of memories in the house, been there for decades, raised her kids there. Wasn't sure if she really wanted to give the house up. So I assumed, in my mind, that she had decided that she didn't want to give up the house. Well, today I was like, you know what, I'm going to call her because I haven't talked to her in a while, and I at least want to hear from her lips that she no longer is interested in buying a house or selling her own. So I call and I get the voicemail and I leave the message, you know, hey Sharon, it's Ben, just making sure you're okay. Also wondering if you changed your mind about blah, blah, blah. So as I'm driving home, she calls me, and great news, she decided that she wants to sell her house. She wants to go ahead and list it, but she wants me to start sending her addresses of properties so she can drive by them, see if they fit, and if they pass the drive-by test, then we'll go visit them. And she feels confident about the contingencies that we can put in place to make sure she's not homeless if she sells her house before she buys, or that she loses a deal if she finds a house she likes and still has to sell. And so what she's doing is she's decided to do some work around her house. Her house was a bit of a packed house, like her garage, two-car garage you couldn't get into because all the stuff she had in there. So she's doing some spring cleaning, she's doing some yard work, she's making her house look good so that when we list it, it's attractive and got curb appeal and it's ready to go. And that's great news to hear. And the first thing she said to me when she called was, hey Ben, baby, I haven't forgot about you. And then discuss what she's doing right now, and that's great news. And so that's encouraging for me, and I wanted to be encouraging to you guys to know that, you know, just because something seems or feels or is not going the way you want doesn't mean you give up on it. Follow up, you know, be yourself, remind them of what you're offering, and you know, at the end of the day, if they do decide that they don't want to list, they don't want to buy, at least you know that it's not because of any lack of you trying. At least you can walk away from it knowing that you did everything you could to make the relationship work, and that, you know, it didn't fall through because you threw in the towel. All right, so I hope that helps with some of you out there that are getting discouraged and are struggling with following up. You know, following up is really the easy part. It's the hard part is the first contact. You know, like I noticed when I do my prospecting now, when I've been starting to get more to calling some of these people the second time, the third time, and when I realize it, when I'm calling them and I look at the little number next to on the phone icon in red X that tells you if this is the first call or second call or third call, and I see that it's the second call or the third call, I'm like, oh, I don't have to go through the whole spiel. They know me, and I just say, hey, it's Ben from Exp Realty. How's it going? How's the sale of your home going? If they're a FSBO, hey, have you changed your mind about wanting to go on market? Are you ready to put me to work? And that's it. It becomes easier. And most of the time, if they answer the phone by the second or third time, and they don't cuss you out when they pick up, they at least know you and like you, and they're starting to build some kind of trust with you. So don't be afraid to follow up, guys. It's going to weed out the people that you don't want to work with, and the people that don't want to work with you, and it's going to build the trust in those relationships with the people that you are making contact with and that are willing to talk to you. So don't give up, keep at it, and make sure that you're at least committing most of your day. I would say at least 50% of your day, 40% of your day to 100% growing your business. And when I say growing your business, I mean prospecting, calling your sphere of influence, and asking for business. Okay, I don't mean growing your business by posting on Facebook or sending out emails. I'm talking about growing your business by letting people know what you do and asking for business. All right, that's the change I'm making. 20% of your effort leads to 80% of your income. 80% of your business comes from 20% of your effort. However you want to say it, and make that 20% regular, consistent, and something that you cannot skip on a daily basis. I would say make it more if you're new like me. Make it double that, make it 40 to 50% of what you do every day. All right? I will holler at you brothers and sisters later. Sorry, that sounded awkward. I'll holler at you guys later. I better pay attention to the road.